On this video, I'm going to be breaking down some of the best ways that you can change your state and change your vibration when you're feeling stuck in anxiety, fear, self-doubt, overwhelm, any of these negative emotions, what you can do to bring yourself back up. So let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Kara Michelle and I'm here to help you live your truth. And part of that means coming back to your true state, your true nature, which is spirit, which is like abundant, loving, flowing energy that's limitless and can achieve anything. I don't know why I was doing the robot with my arms, but it's all good. So on one of my last videos, I'm going to link it up here, I talk about changing your state and why this is so important. So if you haven't already, definitely click over and watch this video right now. And then on the next video, I talked about this vibrational frequency and the energy of emotions and how that impacts you. So if you haven't watched that, then pause this video, click that, watch that video first as well. These are really gonna preface what I'm talking about here and break down why it's so important. But let's assume you've done that, or let's assume you've paused, taken a break, watched the other ones, come back, and here we are. Let's get into some different tools you can use to create this change of state and this change from a negative place, an overwhelmed, stuck place, to one of positivity, of love or above, of enlightenment, of attraction, all of these good things. So in order to get you into like this good vibe state, there are a lot of different ways you can do it. And ultimately it comes back to that state change that I talk about on my other video and how we want to disrupt the pattern that you're currently in. So if you are kind of feeling stuck, let me just for the sake of this video, any negative emotions, like anything anxiety, fear, self-doubt, unworthiness, insecurity, any heaviness and old stories, limiting beliefs, past struggles, like literally shame, guilt, grief, any of these negative things that I've just listed, let's just compile those, and I will just use the word negative to refer to those because these tools benefit any of those examples of kind of negative emotions or limiting emotions. So instead of me listing them off every time, we'll just say that. So when you're in any of those places, there are a lot of different tools you can use to change your state and disrupt the pattern. And that's the big thing, because the more time you spend in those kind of negative states, the easier it becomes for that to kind of stick and become your default. And I talk about this a ton. I'll talk about it again. Your RAS in your brain is literally programmed to find confirmation of what it believes to be true in the external world. So if it believes that life is hard and nothing's ever working out, if you believe that, your RAS is going to be programmed to look for signs of that. So even the simplest, smallest thing like stubbing your toe could set you off into this limiting belief, this negative spiral of nothing ever works out for me, life is horrible, because your brain is programmed to look for it. So we want to disrupt these patterns and these kind of like limiting ways and create a new pattern, a new belief system, and allow yourself to step up into this new place where you see the opposite to be true and you start to notice the good things, which is going to not only make you feel better, but it's going to actually program your RAS to see more of those things, which creates this positive cycle in a good way. Obviously, it's positive. So when you're getting stuck in the lower vibe states and things aren't going well, there are ways to change your state, to uplift yourself, and these are listed down below. There's other ones, but I want to focus on these ones for this video. So meditation, obviously, because it gets you into a new brain wave and a brain state, and it's giving your brain a break from this everyday overthinking, anxious place, as well as helping to step out of fight or flight mode. So when you're in anxiety or constant stress, your body is actually in fight or flight mode, and in that response a lot more than it needs to be, which leads to a lot of people feeling burnout, staying in this place and being really, really easily triggered and reactive because their body doesn't have the chance to come down, return to its normal state, it's kind of always on high alert because of the built up stress and the fact that your mind is telling you there's all these threats coming your way that you need to be prepared for. So your body produces extra adrenaline, it's ready to fight or flight. And when you start to bring meditation into your practice and your daily life, it helps you kind of like ease that, right? And bring that level down, because you're giving your brain and your body the chance to rest, to recover, to feel safe. Because let's be honest, meditation doesn't happen when you are running from a saber-toothed tiger. That's when you're in high alert. So if you're meditating, it's obviously going to send the signal from your brain to your body that you're safe, because you're in this really relaxed, kind of vulnerable and open space, which means that everything must be okay around you for you to be that vulnerable and that open. So when you start adding meditation into your practice, you're going to notice that not only does it decrease the stress and anxiety and kind of relieve some of that tension and give you a break from your overactive mind and your overactive thoughts, but it helps you to rise up in the vibrational frequency scale, and it makes it easier to feel the more positive emotions versus staying stuck in all of the negative ones that I listed at the beginning. So it's giving yourself a chance to see the world from new eyes, to show up with a little bit more peace of mind and clarity. And from that place, you can operate and think more clearly. You can actually see your problems in a new way. And often this is when you also can find the solutions. And I believe it was Albert Einstein who said that you cannot solve a problem from the same place as it was created, something like that. You cannot solve the problem from the same place it was created. So if you've got all these problems created because you're down here in stress and all these things, you're not going to be able to solve it from down here. But you get into a new place, a new state, a new vibration, you're going to be able to solve it and see everything from like this bird's eye view looking down and really create new clarity, find the answers, break out of the cycle. Okay. So meditation, if you need some help with that, there is a link down below for my free 3-day meditation challenge. It's really powerful. There's 3 different guided meditations for you. I break down what the purpose of each one is first, when to use it, because there are a million different meditation styles, and really you can cross mingle and stuff, but there are really powerful times to use specific ones. And these meditations are things that you can do once with the guided one from me, and then you can always use them yourself and do a self-guided one at work, on a break, whenever you have this time and you need to kind of de-stress, release tension, clear out some of the negative energy, you can do those. So make sure you click the link down below if you want to access that. So second thing to raise your energy vibration or get out of the negative state is Reiki, or different energy work. And Reiki is ultimately just working with the energy in our body and kind of like the meridians. You could call it the chi, the life force, the prana, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of different words for it, but it's about moving the energy and getting kind of like the stagnant stuff, the blockages, all of these things removed and released so that your body and your energy field can operate on the best way possible and the way it was designed to. And that ties into the one underneath, which is chakra healing. And again, your energetic body has these energy centers, the chakras, and you've probably seen like the primary 7 throughout the body. But there's also like chakras in your hands, your feet, other spots as well. And when you do work on the chakras, it's just like if you think of like a little circle or little energy vortex kind of thing. I like to imagine them, like a little globe or like a little spinning jewel or whatever I feel like for the day. But it's this spinning wheel of energy, and when they're not working well, they might be overactive and like overspinning. They might be underactive, right? Going slower. They might just be kind of like a little bit wonky, off edge. And because we are energetic beings and every single thing in our body and our environment and our life is energy, it's really important to get that back in alignment, make sure everything's working properly. And the things that disrupt this is some of the different things I mentioned. Trauma has a really big impact on the chakras, as well as upbringing, limiting beliefs, certain things that have gone on, struggles that we carry for too long, different things that really create this energetic weight and energetic baggage that can cause the corresponding chakra to kind of act up or slow down or react in a certain way that isn't actually for our highest good. So when you do Reiki or you do energy work, or like you have it done for you, and do some chakra healing, it's really about getting back into that alignment. And something that's really cool that you can always do if you're interested is like there's a million videos on YouTube about chakra work and guided meditations as well. So depending on what it is you need work on, for me personally, something that was really prominent in my life was after being sexually assaulted, then my sacral chakra was very blocked, and I could feel it. And it also caused me to attract more of the same situations and the same patterns of like men who didn't really respect me, and different sexual harassment stuff, and just really negative place, because the energy that what I was carrying was still from that trauma, and still showing up with me every day as this energetic baggage that kept attracting like predators and really negative people, so who wanted to take advantage of it. So by doing chakra work, for me, that was really, really beneficial. And when I did some meditations and Reiki on the chakras, I was like meditating on it and stuff, and I could see that my sacral chakra, instead of being a circular wheel, it was like a square. And so you can imagine like if there's like a wooden square and it's supposed to be a wheel, but it's like dunk, da-dunk, 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 like it's not moving properly at all. That was how I could like vision it. That's just the kind of what came through to me as I was doing this work. And I really realized like, wow, this is something that's still affecting me energetically, and obviously continuing to attract certain things. So that was like a big thing for me to work on healing. But when it comes to general state change and getting into the good vibes and getting up to love or above and into these higher places, your chakras can be a huge component. So like I said, checking out different YouTube videos, meditations, guided practices, so that you can just like, there's also different frequencies here on YouTube, so you can listen to different frequencies to kind of recharge the chakras. So I would check that out as well. Then we have breathwork. Breathwork's like a super, super beneficial way to help not only your physical body, but your energetic and emotional body as well. So when you're doing breathwork, that is a perfect prime example of state change, because you're doing these specific deep breathing exercises that are bringing in a whole bunch of oxygen into your body, releasing a lot of CO2. So you're literally doing this like cleansing with oxygen, which our bodies obviously need. We all know that, but we don't realize that the majority of people actually aren't getting enough oxygen each day, because the majority of people are in fight or flight mode that I mentioned before, and they're in this stress or tension or protection, this tightness and this kind of like contraction energy. Sorry, and they're in like, even their body is kind of contracted and tight, maybe your shoulders are up because you're tense, you're stressed, you're really in this contracted place. Well, you're not getting your full capacity of oxygen when you're in that place. So when you do breath work, you create, a lot of times people have like a big head rush the first time they do it, because they're bringing in so much oxygen and their body was kind of in a bit of a deficit without them realizing. So something you can do right now is just even taking a few deep breaths and feeling like how much oxygen you can actually absorb. And like one of the best things that I know not everyone can do, but when I got my scuba diving certification, it was so cool, because you're underwater, you're breathing oxygen, you're obviously conserving it and really focusing. And for me, scuba diving is very meditative. I love it. It's super chill. I'm just like at one with the water, and all you hear is your breathing. It's like a Darth Vader kind of thing where you just hear the breathing in and out. But it allows you to really tune in and connect to like how deep your breathing is, how much you're filling up and expanding. So even sitting here right now, you can put your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your lower stomach, like just under your belly button, and just take a really deep breath in and exhale. And then now I want you to take another deep breath in and feel expanding in your stomach first. So like imagine that you're going to be filling up your stomach. And then as that fills up, imagine that it's starting to fill up into your chest. So you can do that as well. So breathing in, all the way filling in up your stomach. And then you feel the oxygen as you're breathing, it's filling up your chest. And then exhale, letting it all out. So that might be something that you don't, it might be very short for you right now, where you feel like you have a short capacity or like a small capacity for oxygen. And so as you do this breath work, as you do this breath work, you're going to notice how you can actually expand, and you're going to see that you're starting to be able to hold more oxygen each time, and then letting out more CO2. So it's really like even something as simple as that to work on your own breathing and your oxygen retention. And not only does that kind of calm you down and help bring all of the thoughts to peace, because you're so focused on just breathing in, fill the stomach, fill the chest, and breathing out, and then breathing in, and so on and so forth. So it can help you kind of relax, reconnect to yourself, and recharge. So that's like not really, there's a million other breathwork examples. A lot of them are about faster breathing and like flapping the stomach, like Kapalabhati and breath of fire, right? So different ones like that connect more deeply, but just really focusing on your breath in general and getting more oxygen into your body is going to be helpful for you to change your state. Because again, shortness of breath is tied to stress. It's tied to tension. It's tied to fight or flight. So breathing in deep breaths, getting lots of oxygen kind of correlates to safety again. So we're looking at meditation, breath work, energy healing, all of these things. When you have the time to do them, you're kind of tricking your brain and your body into realizing, oh, she or he is safe because they have time. Like I'm safe right now because I have time to relax. I have time to take deep breaths. I have time to meditate, to tune in, to reconnect, right? You're tricking yourself out of this constant fight or flight, stress, tension, anxiety mode. So those are 4 examples. And if you also want more about that, I'll post down below my morning success habits bundle, because these are well, not all 4, but a couple of these things are things I do every single morning: the meditation, the breath work. I mean, I guess I do Reiki every morning too, but I don't teach that in my morning success habits bundle. But if you really want to set your day up for success, these things are crucial. They're so beneficial, can really change your life and help you to become in a more positive energy, more positive vibration, and really help you get out of that negative, stagnant, tense, contracted, fearful energy. So the goal, as always, is to help you live your truth, to help you become who you truly are, to let go of all the baggage, all the heaviness, all the weight that you're carrying, whether that's emotional, physical, mental, energetic, spiritual. So if you want, you can check out the link down below for my morning success habits bundle at a special price just for you guys on YouTube here. And if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks, guys. Take care.